Hello, my lovely ladies. This video is to help explain to you what exactly is going on with this 21-day reset and what is in your kit and explaining the process of it. So it's going to be a little longer video, but please watch, especially if you tend not to read through everything, which most of us do. So in your kit, we're each going to be getting, you'll find some advertisements. You can just set those aside. You should be also getting your Shakeology shakes. So you'll get a pamphlet that shares with you more information about it, where it's from. You'll either get your bag or your packets for the month. And then looking through it, you'll also find a Thin Kitchen recipe book, especially if you need ideas and inspiration. This is a great resource to use. I tried the ahi tuna ones because I never cooked ahi before, so that was helpful for me. And also you're going to find your DVDs, your workouts. This is what you're going to do every day for 30 minutes with Autumn here. So you're going to find 2 DVDs for the first 4 days. You're going to be on DVD 1, and that's in order of what you're going to do for your workouts. You can add in the 10-minute abs section when you're on the floor and you have an extra 10 minutes. You want to like get those ripped abs, yeah. That's when you can pop that in. Just scroll down and select, and you can get 40 minutes in if you'd like. And know that 10-minute abs section is always an option if you're cutting low on time and you literally have no time. So right before bed's the only time you can actually get a workout in. Do your 10-minute abs. If you can't get 30 minutes in, you do those 10-minute abs. Commit to at least doing 10 minutes a day. And then you'll also get an optional Plyo Fix. This is a little gift from Beachbody. And if you want to swap it out for a day to get much more revved metabolism, it's a little bit more high intensity, especially for your joints and low back, so be wary if that is something you need to pay attention to. Plyo is a lot more like jumping jacks, burpees, that sort of thing, but it really burns the calories. Next, follow with me, Start Here pamphlet. This is where you start. So read this first. In it, most importantly, you're going to find your workout calendar. Please implement that into your calendar system, whether it's on your computer or a handheld device, or you do an old school one on paper and planner. So do your workouts in this order. It's specific because it's targeting certain ways for your body, and it gives you days for reset. So don't just like, oh, I'm going to do this one today, this one. Just follow the calendar, and the days you can't literally get anything in, put in the 10-minute abs. And during the final week, week 3, you have an option to double up. And if you choose to double up, follow what it says here, because it's going to be the most beneficial for your workouts and practice, because one might be super high intensity on your joints and your more cardio based. And then you might complement that with Pilates. It's a lot more complementary, and do them at separate times, beginning and end of your day, so that you have time to recover and reset your muscles so they're not fatigued and you get the most benefit out of the workout. All right. Also on the back, you're going to get your measurements, and this is where you can measure and record to track your progress. It's hard to tell sometimes on a scale, or you may feel lighter, but you don't know what's actually going on. I didn't know my arms lost an inch in 3 weeks, each arm. So this is a great way to stay motivated. So track it out, see what happens. All right, now most importantly, get out your 21-day fix eating plan. Your little Bible, may I say. And you need to read through this, cover to cover, okay? That way you can fully understand what is going on. So with this is complimentary container set. Each container represents a food group or a macronutrient. Green is vegetables. Purple, fruit. Red is protein. Yellow is carbs. Orange are your fats, your dressings. And I'm missing my blue one. It's in the refrigerator. That represents your omega-3s, nuts, spreads like hummus or avocado. And we are each allotted a quota throughout the day. And you want to fulfill each and every quota of your food groups. Otherwise, you're going to go hangry like I do at night sometimes and eat everything, or the next day you're going to be like, I need to eat carbs, and you might overdo it. So fulfill your quota amounts for each food group. And how do you tell that? Well, first, go to page 4. Do this calculation to figure out your calorie deficient target to lose weight. There is an equation just to find out where your Baseline is to maintain your weight, and that's if you read through. So once you find your calorie target, turn to page 19. And in 19, you're going to find these columns, your range. Find your range. I'm now column number 2. And this is your quota for each food group. I'm allowed 4 vegetable servings, 3 fruit servings, 4 protein servings, 3 starch servings, and 1 of each for my fats, of the orange, like seeds and dressings, and salsas, and 1 blue for my fatty nuts and avocados. Yum, yum, yum. Fulfill your numbers. I learned the hard way, okay? You will become hangry and overeat on something the next day or the night of, I guarantee it. So make sure you get it in. And so that's what you're going to base your meal plan on, basically. And throughout the book, you're going to see what each green container means. And know that sometimes just because it's this size does not mean it is going to fill this little container, be this full cup. For example, a full cup, the equivalent of 10 asparagus spears equals this in your quota for the day, equals 1 green container. 1 piece of toast equals 1 yellow container of your quota for the day. But it doesn't mean it necessarily fits in the box. So you need to read through your containers throughout this book. Also, like 4 apricots equals 1 of your purples. You're not slicing them up and just stuffing them in there. It's because it's higher in sugar content. And I want to explain also more about your yellow, your starches. So, if you look throughout the book, you will notice on page, I believe 8 through 11, you're going to read about how you can get your treats for the day. So through these 21 days, it's not about being deficient or losing everything. It's about moderation and learning to eat mindfully. So throughout the 21 days, you can 3 times a week replace one of your carb servings for a special drink. So 3 times a week. One day it might be coconut milk for my Shakeology. The next day it will be 4 ounces of red wine. The next day it might be 4 ounces of beer. And so 1 serving of those things equals 1 of these. So if you want 8 ounces of wine, you could technically do 2 of these, and that counts. Little tricks of the trade. So it's not about, it's learning to do it in moderation again. And also an additional 3 times a week, you can swap out a carb for a special treat like chocolate chips or Raisinets, but you're not going to fill this container full of Raisinets or chocolate chips because you will get fatter. It's counting, you're swapping out basically this carb for a yellow, an orange container's amount of your special treat, chocolate chips. You want your chocolate chips, you put this in here, your chocolate chips in here, but you mark off 1 of these carbs gone for your quota for the day. And so 6 times a week, you can still have special treats, special drinks, and special foods. But know that if you're going to add them into your Shakeology, that's taking them out of your quota for the day. It's not additional, it's taking out of your full quota for the day. And also take note, your Shakeology is 1 red serving, 1 protein for your day. And then anything added to that will be counted in your regular quota. All right. And then finally, we all go out to eat. So please turn to the back of your Bible here, your 21-day fixed eating plan, to page 70 through 71. This teaches you how to eat at restaurants and being mindful of how to plan out your meals throughout the day. If you know you're going to eat out at an Italian restaurant, you can swap out, or not swap out rather, it's like eating a meat lasagna would cancel out 2 of my carb servings for the day and a protein. So if I know I'm going to go get lasagna, I'm going to take account of that for dinner. And so I know I can only have 1 more carb for my day and 3 more proteins. So I'm going to be mindful of not going over my carb quota. So I might only have 1 piece of toast. Or if I want to have red wine with my lasagna, I won't eat any more carbs throughout the day and just have the red wine, So that's how you start to work it out with going out. But you need to be mindful of the portions, particularly of pizza. But this gives you the kind of like reference guide. You mark off your quota for the day and plan around that. Now, if creativity of recipes is not your thing, next page, you're going to find your basically a whole layout that you can do through the 21 days. You could make this like column week 1, week 2, week 3 under breakfast. There's Shakeology shakes for a snack, lunch, another snack, and dinner. And you can follow these, and they're color coded next to them, and those mark out your food group quota for the day or for the meal. And yeah, and the next page, that's the maintenance one if you want to keep your weight at the weight it is. But you need to read through this. This will make the most sense. And if you're a person that needs to tally, there are tally sheets in the back. You can mark this up or print it out, copy it. If you'd like, I'm going to post for you on my food journal example of how I keep track of my food quota. And that is and I also wrote out what each color means. So I remembered at first, and purple, and like what is really technically under the blue, and hummus because I forget. And in my head, some things are proteins, but they're really a fat or a spread or a tablespoon. So be conscious of that. Please read through. I'll post things for you. And to help you keep track of your meal plan, to help you prep for every day and to see what your quota is, I'm going to send each of you your own. I made them specific templates for calendar tracking. I'll rename this, and it's a meal calendar. It's going to be our Summer Lovin' meal calendar. So you can track out breakfast, snacks, lunch, snacks, and dinner, and your workout for the day. I will put out the 7 days of the workout for you for our specific Summer Lovin' ladies. And then you can fill in the blanks with how you want to track your meals, and putting the letter next to of what color, of what macronutrient or food group color you are fulfilling for your quota for the day. So that's what's in your kit. But make sure as you're portioning out, these are your portion controlled containers, make your meals on plates. Once you have your portions, put them on the plate, because that's important when you start to go out to eat, and you need to eyeball what is a real portion of greens, because you may need only one more portion of green, but at a restaurant, if you get a full salad, it's going to be like four servings of greens, and you're like, oh shoot, I only need one. Because I've been learning an excess of anything, whether it's healthy like kale or an excess of pizza, is excess and is stored in fat. So we're learning to not eat in excess, okay? So it's learning to be moderate, mindful, and learning what portions really mean, and getting rid of that portion distortion that we've created in our culture. This is a plug-and-play system. So you have to read through so you know how to plug in the system for your body. But once you read through and get the hang of it, it's actually quite easy, and it's a very useful tool for your lifestyle. So much easier than counting points, than counting calories and sugar grams. And you're getting a well-balanced diet, and it's not deficient in getting you your treats and your fun beverages. It's been learning to do it in a moderate way without adding all the extra calories. And this is going to help you lean out, lose weight, and learn how to portion out best for your body, because portioning for my body is going to be different from someone who's really thin or a guy who's a lot bigger than me. So you need to learn how to do it for you. And from this, you're also probably going to learn what feels good in your body. I've learned that a lot of grains and legumes are not feeling great digestively. It makes a lot of sounds, and I have bad gas. Let's be real, I just got gas from it, from like hummus or eating quinoa. So for your body, it might be awesome and cool. Mine is just like, it's not the most comfortable. I'm actually okay with like gluten-free or Ezekiel bread only as my carb, and saving a drink as a treat. So be mindful, and you'll also find out where you tend to be excessive in. And that's a great tool to figure out and know where you tend to go towards. So have fun with this journey, explore, and ask any questions and comment below. Make sure you drink your Shakeology every day. Let's get started with our kit. I'll see you girls later. Bye.